So, why does leaving the room cause meltdowns? There was a time when my daughter was around 8 months where I would go to change her diaper. Let's say she had a bit of a blowout, let's say. Uh, I'd do my job and put the diaper on the side and, wipe her bum and put a new diaper on. And I'd have this mess on the side, obviously, right? I'd have the dirty diaper, maybe some wipes, and, I would have to, put her down on the ground and then go dispose of the diaper, but also wash my hands, right? And the diaper pail we leave outside the room. And it's probably like a couple meters away from where I dropped her off, right? On the carpet. And Ellie, my daughter, would just, she would just wail, right? Just cry uncontrollably. And that was only like 15 seconds, right? I didn't even have a chance to properly wash my hands before she would just be in tears, right? Then I'd have to spend a lot of time just calming her back down. And yeah, there were times also where I'd have to go to the bathroom myself, and and it was one of those times where I had to sit down, and she would come find me, and I couldn't even poo in peace, right? And and that's when Ellie's attachment or separation anxiety was the highest. But Ellie's older now. She is almost 15 months, and she's sleeping right now. And these days it's a bit different, right? I'm able to let her play here independently while I, maybe wash a few dishes here in the kitchen. And I have a few, and it's a lot less. How do you put this? You don't always need to be on, right? Which, when you're always on, always around them, as much as you love them, it can, as parents, as new dads, we need breaks, right? We need some pockets of time to get other things done, right? And, for me, that means maybe making dinner, or cleaning up, or, sending some emails, what have you, right? But early on, like you said, it feels like they don't give you even room to breathe, right? It's just you're all they know. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? You're all they know. And they don't know if you're going to come back, right? There's always that fear, right? And even as adults, we have that fear, right? Like when I first started dating my wife, we go on dates, and I didn't know if she would call me back, right, or respond to my messages, right? And yeah, I think about it, right? And I can only imagine for my daughter early on in her life when I was all she knew, and my wife was all she knew. And when you leave the room and they can't move, or they can't move as fast as you, and they're wondering where do they go from here, right? And I think that's normal. I don't think you're doing anything wrong. Because eventually, if you're like my situation, you start testing them, right? You maybe go to the bathroom for a quick 30 seconds, and you come back and you show your face, and now there's proof that you're back. And over time, they just get used to that, right? And I don't know how I got to this point where, I'm able to let my daughter just play here in the room while, I still have an eye on her, but I can do other things like work here in the kitchen. But I think it just happened over time, I don't even think I did anything right. I think maybe day by day, month by month, maybe I took one step back, right? I slowly, gradually moved away from them. And then I came back. And over time, I just increased that time I was away from them, right? And maybe over time, that repetition of me coming back, they got used to that. They that wasn't a fear anymore, right? That he was gonna come back, and yeah, it just happens. So eventually, they grow out of it. They start needing you less and less. They become more independent, and yeah, you actually start kind of missing when they cry when you're not around. At least I do. At least I do.